It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Pioneers and the Oilers coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Houston Oilers taking on the Pioneers of St. Louis. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The numbers for Williams a week ago: 20 carries, 60 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. So after the INT, it's Allen. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that
finds through, and now a crease. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. And here's Kamara on the read option. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Allen, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Oilers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. On the counter, here's Williams. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 12 carries, 59 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Now Allen. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. Kamara is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Burrow will throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. They'll get this up to about the 44. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Throwing is Allen on third. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Burrow now off the bootleg, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Joey Bosa in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They go play action with Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Baron Browning in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Allen now looks to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. 3rd down and 13. Here's Kamara off the draw. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Play action. It's Burrow. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Short throw underneath to Hurst. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and goal. Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Parker. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pioneers are back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Houston's offense taking over again. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A yard all they need, but it's third down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
This 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Kamara up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen running the option to the left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Burton. His first touchdown on the year. And the Oilers go up by 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Now the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Powering his way forward. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Burrow going to set up the draw. Well, some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Returning is Peppers. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
What is this?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. This is caught. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Pioneers have got it back to within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, Kamara. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Gold is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. First, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend as we start into the home stretch in Week 12 of the NFL. We begin in the gateway to the West in St. Louis, Missouri, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Blues need to string a few wins together here down the stretch, but this last one moves them back above 500 at 6-5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 7. Allen running the option to the left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Pioneers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Gold with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be out right at the 35. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's caught. Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle, complete. It's Parker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Offense.
So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Man open left side, it's Williams. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To the air again, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To the air, Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Burrow's throw caught here by Metcalf. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now Williams running left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Burrow will throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now Burrow on 1st down. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the 1st with a very effective stiff arm. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Burrow going to throw again. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Pioneers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. To throw, it's Allen. That one complete down the field to Smith. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And here's Kamara on the read option. Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Oilers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Short throw underneath to Hurst. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Thomas has got it, complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They got 29 yards that time.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just
confused.
off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Burrow. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Gould is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On 2nd down, here's the option. Allen hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Allen's throw is complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Allen going to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Allen now looks to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Allen off the play fake. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now this time, Allen will throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Now 1st and goal. To throw is Allen.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page, right?
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Oilers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 1. 1:17 remains. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Burrow. Catch is made by Metcalf. Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Oh, and that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
And they will take a knee here.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Houston, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.